Hey everyone, welcome back to the Chopper Fet channel. We are in the garage today because it is cold and snowy outside. So, as you guys know, we got the V-Rod. Oh, it's so exciting. She is so beautiful. And now it's time to get her ready for moto vlogging. Now I know I've already had a couple moto vlogs out with it, but this is how it got started. So let's go ahead and roll that intro and I'll get to what we're installing today, which is this guy right here, the RAM mount system. I think it's one of the best systems in the world, and I'll show you the easy install and some of the functionalities of it. Let's go and roll the intro and we'll get to it. Roll it. All right, this is the mount that we are going to be installing. As you can see, it's pretty simple on the old Dyna. You can see it's just a bracket at the bottom. It's got a U-bolt, and then it's got a little ball joint on it that connects. And then this is how I get the at-me footage during my moto vlogs. Okay guys, the install on this thing is going to be super simple. Those might be famous last words, but since I've done this before on the Dyna, I'm hoping I can pull it off here. All you need is one tool, socket wrench, 11mm socket. I prefer the deep sockets on this because sometimes you have to kind of go a little bit deeper on the bolt, and sometimes it's a little bit easier if you have a deeper socket. So I definitely recommend 11mm deep socket. Not a 10. They must know no one has their 10mm handy, so that's why they do this. All right, so again, we got the top part, the little adapter, and then we also have the piece that comes up from underneath. All right, so as you can see here, this is the top section, the part that goes on the top of the handlebar. And then this here is the U-bolt that goes up from underneath, just like that. Now for this motorcycle, I have found that this little adapter that comes with the packaging also can come into play. It just kind of simply sits like that, and we bolt it on. There are two little nuts that go here and here, so let's go ahead and get close up on the bike and we'll get to it. All right, so the first thing we want to do is get it started. So I always just like to feed the U-bolt through and then just kind of get your mount resting on top. Then we're going to put the little adapter down below, just like so. And then once again, we're going to kind of feed it until it works for us. Kind of like that. So now what we're going to do is everything's still very loose. I'm going to tighten these ever so slightly just to kind of get them a little snug, really. Okay, now we do want to be careful because that adapter that's down below is still a little loose on there, so we want to make sure that it is not going to fall off as we're trying to work with this. Next thing we're going to do is take our 11mm socket and just start tightening these down most of the way. All right, we are almost 100% tight. Now, not sure if you can see it from there too well, but it is at a slight angle, but that's going to be okay. I'm trying to make sure I avoid all my clutch cylinder housings, brake lines, clutch lines, whatever this is, clutch side. And you don't want to pinch anything. So we're just going to tighten up the back one now, and we should be about good to go. Now, one thing you do want to make sure is you are getting this very snug so you don't have your GoPro weight it down and have it fly off. Not that I've ever had that happen, but I could see myself doing something like that. All right, We are good. We are not going anywhere now. So they do come with a couple caps that you can put on there, but I don't mind the stubbies up there. So let's go ahead now. We'll get our control arm. All right, now we're going to install the control arm onto here. I like to have my control on this side. I don't have very good control with my left hand. So if I'm going to make any adjustments, I want to be able to do it with my right. So it's just going to clamp on like that. And see how this is starting to tighten up here as it gets tighter. So we're basically installed. Went ahead and I took this off of the Dyna, and we're just going to loosen it up just enough so it slides in. And then we're going to just tighten it back up. We're still loose. We're not going to tighten this up all the way yet. As you see though, this bar is a lot longer. It's because the bars are so much lower on this bike. So let's go ahead and do some adjustments. So what we're doing now is we're getting the arm into a position that is going to be workable for a moto vlog. So for me, I know kind of about how it looks over on the Dyna as far as when it's looking at me. So I know something right about there, tighten her up. How do I look? So this is the shot coming at me. And again, it's stable. Now I could go a little bit tighter, which I think I'll have to do. Yeah, there's another one, because this is gonna catch some wind. So if I'm gonna be moto vlogging on this motorcycle, I'll probably have to go a little bit slower speed, because I mean, ultimately it can move, but it's not really moving all that much. Still have a couple cranks that can go in the tightness. And yeah, it's really, really solid in there. All right, so really nothing else to do now except for going for a quick ride. So let's go ahead and turn her on and see how well this thing performs. All right, let's go. Oh yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video here today. Again, the RAM mount is a very easy device to install and adds so much more to my channel. With that being said, drop your comments below if you liked it, and as always, I will catch you on the next dark side, as this is the way. Chopper Fed out. See ya!